What is up, YouTube? It's your boy King Pookie. I'm in the house with another video. Yesterday was episode 3 and 4 of the documentary for The Last Dance. As the last episode, 1 and 2, as we left, Scottie Pippen was not happy with the organization. He decided that he wanted to have surgery during the season, and he missed 35 games in the regular season. So it was just Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman that were the only stars on the team, really. So so then Dennis Rodman, he did something like that got he got injected from the game. They got Michael Jordan really pissed off. So he felt like he let down the team down. So he went to Michael Jordan's room and asked him if he had a cigar, and that was he didn't even apologize or anything, for not for um getting ejected from the game. So, but it seemed like that that he came into the room, like he was trying to say, "I'm sorry that I messed up, that I fucked it up, that so." And after that, he went on a tear because he cleared off, and he was like, the Bulls were tearing it up, and so then Scottie Pippen slowly decides that he wants to come into the back to the Bulls because he was afraid that he would get a fine or they would not make the trade or something like that. So then So then here comes Scottie Pippen, and then Dennis Rodman wanted to take a vacation I think it was during the regular season, I'm not sure, or playoffs. So he got in an argument with Phil Jackson and everything, and Michael Jordan, and Phil Jackson said, "You have at least 48 hours, because I have 48 hours and but you have to come back." So he went to Las Vegas, to have his celebrity, to sober up. So, like Michael just said, you're not gonna get that guy back, man. Which is like 48 hours, and the 48 hours passed, and they didn't, Michael Jordan had to go get him back, and he like found him and I guess in one of the hotels, and he, in bed with somebody was Carmen lecturer. So yeah, I mean the thing is, Rodman felt like now since Scottie Pippen was come back now, he's the third man in the wheel of the show. He's nobody's paying attention to him. It's all about Michael and Scottie Pippen. So that's why. So he came back to the team. They found him back. They brought him back, and so then they gelled up. And they came the Bulls. And um so then the fourth season was they went back in time, and they were talking about the Detroit Pistons series and everything. Like the Pistons were beating the Chicago Bulls like every time, and the Bulls really got sick and tired of it. And and so um they they bulked up and that stuff. Michael Jordan bulked up and stuff. So, but the thing that is that remember that 1990 and 91, I think it was in the playoffs, they kicked the Detroit Pistons in the butt and kicked them really good, and they pulled off. Well, they didn't even shake hands at the end. I mean, every time when the Bulls lost to the Detroit Pistons, the Bulls would congratulate them, and they really ticked off the Bulls and really take off the NBA because so I'm guessing that's the reason why Isaiah Thomas was not on the dream team because I don't know if there was like people in the organization that didn't want him to be on the dream team, but man, they picked the last player and they picked the most hated man in the NBA, Chris Laner, which was a pure bust. He should have not been on the dream team. He had no business being on the dream team. He was just lucky. So I mean, it should have been Isaiah Thomas's job. Spot, but no. Maybe that was the reason why he didn't. They didn't let him be on the dream team, and even his coach was the coach of the dream team, and he had no. I guess he had no say so. So, yeah, maybe so that showed that the Detroit Pistons were cowards. Like the Bulls beat them up 4 games to nothing. They swept them. They whooped their butts, and they even congratulated them at the end of the game. I mean, the Bulls congratulated the Detroit Pistons. When they every time when the Pistons beat the Bulls, they would congratulate them at the end of the game, but they showed poor sportsmanship. I think it was Carly move. I remember the time that was so man. I could. They just walked out there out in the tunnel, would not even say nothing. So they showed their true character. I mean, the where now the bully got his butt whooped because they were pure bullies because they bullied their way to winning 2 NBA championships because they you know they beat the the Boston Celtics, and the way they beat the Boston Celtics is they started beating up people. And plus, remember that they were the ones that invented the Jordan Walls, and they didn't let every time when Jordan was gonna go up for a shot, they made sure that he was going on the floor or beat him or punch him and that stuff. So that was the Jordan rules. So then, so but yeah, so yeah, and then so then the Bulls. I remember they played the Lakers that in the finals that season, and Michael and Magic. That was the game of the century. Michael versus Magic. Everybody wanted to see that, and Michael just appeared on the show, and then later on, in the documentary, they went back in time and say the reason why Phil Jackson was the how he became the coach of the Bulls is that I guess the Bulls had hired Tex Winters, and he was a illustrator of the triangle and film. He was like very he loved Tex Winters, and Tex Winters brought it up to Doug Collins, and Doug Collins did not like it because you know Doug Collins was just wanted to feed the ball to Michael Jordan, and don't let the teammates get into this. So it was like a one man show. I mean, there's no I in team, but there and then Michael says, "Well, there's an I in win," but so Michael Jordan, um, I guess like they fired um Doug Collins. Jerry Cross fired Doug Collins and made Phil Jackson the new head coach of the Chicago Bulls. And Michael Jordan was not happy about it because he was because Doug Collins was making sure that he always had the ball that he was always leading the scoring leader, and he had so many points. And I mean, the he Michael had to think of about his team instead of just him, you know. And so, um, I know Michael was not happy about it, and he was not a Phil Jackson Phil Jackson fan in the beginning. Um, but after a while, they started winning games and that stuff with the triangle, and they finally got, how to use a triangle, and they started winning games. And you know what? They won championships because you know, um, see that helped really because if they used the triangle when they played the Detroit Pistons, they could have probably beat the Detroit Pistons and won championships. But yeah, it was just the Michael Jordan's, you know, um, about Michael Jordan and not about the team. So, but yeah. So then, um, I know that that's the next season. I think the next episode is gonna be about Horace Grant when he left the Chicago Bulls. He was the first man to leave the organization, and so it's like they're gonna be talking about the Dream Team too and everything in the next episode. So, but yeah, man, this I mean it was great, you know. But I just don't like they keep going back and forth. They like cheat. They go from the past to the present, and then they go back to the past. So, but this is what do you think about it? Let me know what you think about it. The memories down in the comments section below, and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next week when I make another episode about the last dance. So this is King Pookie, and I'll see you in the next episode or anything about Chicago Bears. All right, peace, you guys.